to be a very interesting Lok Sabha election because we really thought BJP is going to rely on AIADMK because given the circumstances, there have been so many strikes because of Annamalai, and AIADMK managed to keep the alliance together. But this seems to have been the last strike, and the alliance is gone now. And to know what is going to happen for Lok Sabha or in the future 2026 assembly elections in Tamil Nadu, this is going to be entertaining, and this is for sure going to intrigue people into looking into the South India for the first time after a very long time. So, to understand the larger context of what this is going to be or how these elections are going to turn out, we have with us India Today's Pramod Madhav to explain us further. Hi, sir. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining SoSouth. It had to happen, and it has happened. Finally, BJP and ADMK alliance has broken. So was this expected? Like it seems to have been an eventful evening. So was this really expected?
I mean, if you want to keep it candid, you itself said that it had to happen. But, in politics, anything can happen. So even AIADMK having an alliance with BJP itself is something that was quite, unexpected. We can't say exactly unexpected, but it was something when, remember, if the time when 2014 and when they are facing the election in 2019, ADMK had a full sweep of Tamil Nadu. Right. So like 39, already 37, nearly 37 MPs AIADMK already had. So there was no reason for them to go along with BJP at that time. So we were there when L. Murugan made this announcement about BJP, that he was the state president then. So we asked him what is the need for AIADMK to go along with BJP. He said that he will explain later, but so many years he hasn't done it. So right now, it seems like AIADMK wanted to leave this alliance at one point, and so they've decided to do so because remember, Anna is the name that the party bears. So it's Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, and Annamalai's comments about Anna is said to be the break point. But AIADMK leaders itself say that he has already made remarks about Jayalalitha, which they do not appreciate. So we did not see this much anger at that point. Okay, so it looks like maybe it was a period, or maybe they decided to use this instance to go ahead and break the ties. But even Annamalai did not help with this because he refused to apologize. He only said that whatever he has as part of history is what he was talking. But if you are an alliance, it is actual ethics that you will not speak ill about a party leader. If you're in an alliance, you don't have to consider about Tamil Nadu. Take it even any other state. If there is an alliance, the party within the alliance will not speak ill or criticize the leaders of another party. Here, that seems to be a new development.
This also seems to be a pattern within the BJP, I think.
I mean, generalizing is something I don't think BJP will appreciate. But what happened is that, like, see, if you see the development of BJP since 2014, I'll just take the recent period because from since 2014 is a period BJP became prominent after Modi became the prime minister. So that point, it was Tamilisai Soundararajan, who's the present governor of Telangana, and she had to struggle because Jayalalitha was a mighty power. So she could not actually, bring in any ground into Tamil Nadu. And in fact, at that point, the only way to oppose Jayalalitha was the seeking liquor ban. But after when Murugan became the state president, he took a yatra following Murugan. Okay, his name, the same god. So in Uttar Pradesh, it was Ram means here he had the Murugan Yatra, and he was the first person to bring in such a large crowd after 2014, I'm saying. Okay. So at that point, he went to Arubadai Veedu. Arubadai Veedu means six important temples of Murugan, and he tried to culminate a lot of force together. But even after that, AIADMK or the NDA alliance could not fare well in the parliament elections. In fact, ADMK got only one MP, that too, O. Pannirselvam's son, O.P. Ravindranath, who is not in the party now. Okay, the way EPS has given the statement. So what happened is that, however, in the 2020 assembly elections, BJP had, they were able to secure 4 MLAs. of which Nainar Nagendran was already with AIDMK, but
Yeah.
he became an MLA once again. So, this became a kind of support which made him the union state, independent union minister.
Hmm.
That led to Annamalai entering Tamil Nadu.
Hmm.
So this is a pattern I see. Instead of
Hmm.
saying that BJP has done this,
Hmm.
considering my state, in these all these alliance patterns, none of the parties have spoken ill about another party leader when they have been in alliance.
Hmm.
This is something Annamalai has done.
Hmm.
He
Ah,
has
I
said,
mean,
I will give you three examples.
hmm.
Tell me.
Oh, I
Ah,
mean, taking from there itself, it seems like Annamalai has done this party dharma, leaving back the party dharma thing. Despite that, BJP has backed Annamalai. I mean, they decided to break off the alliance instead of just changing their party leader. Like,
See,
how is Annamalai that important to BJP?
in science, there's something called as undercurrent. Okay, undercurrent means the top layer of the water might flow in some direction, but the layer beneath it is called something called as undercurrent, which can take you in a different direction. All right, so you never know what's the undercurrent when it comes to these alliances because I'm telling you this because when AIDMK, I'll give you step by step.
Hmm.
Jaykumar was a former minister who said that since Annamalai is continuing to behave in this manner, AIDMK has decided to break the alliance until elections.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so if you want to put it colloquially, it simply seems like we are not husband and wife until we get married. You understand? So
Right,
that was
right.
the first
Hmm.
step which Jayakumar did. So
Hmm.
it did. Here it became a huge. What to say? They nobody believed what Jayakumar was saying because he very clearly mentioned that the alliance is no longer existing until elections. What does that
Hmm.
mean? Elections should be in another April or May, no? So
Yeah.
we have another 4 + 4, 8 months. There is no alliance. What is the use of having an alliance or not
Hmm.
at that point? Because already EPS has agreed to support one nation, one
Hmm.
election. So this thing was there. But then there was a development where these leaders went to Delhi. All right. And this is what the chief minister, even chief minister of Tamil Nadu, has mocked this particular
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
rift between ADMK and BJP,
BJP.
calling it as fighting.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
not my
Hmm.
words,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the chief minister's
Yeah.
word. He calls it as pretend
Pretend fight.
fighting, and he says that AIDMK has been enslaved by
Hmm.
BJP. So
Hmm.
probably that could be the thing also. But AIDMK has today we got some inside information where
Hmm.
EPS inside the meeting has said that he's ready to face any challenge.
Right.
Okay, and
Right.
he has also instructed his party men to meet minority community leaders and make the party stands clear that no alliance in 2024 elections and also in 2026 elections.
Right. So
All
they'll be
right,
standing alone.
so
It's the
there
good
is no
old
straight
ADMK,
answer
I
to
think.
your question. There is no
All right.
straight answer
Yeah.
to your question.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what does it say about Lok Sabha then? Their next EPS's next challenge is going to be that.
See, the thing is about, I don't know about other states, but when it comes to Tamil Nadu, the symbol still plays a very important role. And this is something what we call as agreement reality, which means that from the small age you will be taught. For example, if since you are from Tamil Nadu, you know that superstar is Rajnikant.
Yeah.
It has been
For sure.
fed to you.
Yeah.
So that way, ADMK is twin leaves.
Hmm.
Rising Sun is DMK. So that symbol alone has the quality. And as far as we spoke to our sources in BJP, they are concentrating now in Tamil Nadu to garner the first time voters. Tamil Nadu has a vast percentage of neutral voters, but they are looking for first time voters. You understand? I'll give you
Hmm.
it's a kind of an odd example, but we saw it on the ground.
Hmm.
During local body elections, what they will do is that a group, probably a village, a small village, will have 200 people.
Hmm.
All right, this is fact. They will take them to the village deity, and the group's head, the village head, will have decided that they will vote this time for DMK.
Hmm.
And the DMK person would have given some money to the temple, saying that this has happened. This happens with DMK, this happens with ADMK.
Hmm.
Even if we don't take the party's name, let's just say they say that they will elect the representative of this particular party, and the village head will say you have to pay this much to the temple for its renovation or maintaining, and then they will burn a camphor, and people will promise on that camphor saying that they will vote for them. All right. So that way, the even be it a kind of a representative, be it like on the ground, I'm saying. So these are things that have been completely on the ground, and this is like Tamil Nadu is like maybe you'll have 4 5 major cities. Everything else is rural. All right. So those things play a very categorical role. Here, still now, symbols are much more stronger, and ADMK still has a strong symbol representation. There was a
Right.
lot of what to say, anger against ADMK for certain things. Like after EPS came to power, but EPS still was able to get more than 60 MLA seats. Imagine that in 234 constituencies. So he still has emerged to be a big leader, and those people still are voting for AIDMK. How BJP, like if BJP has to make inner route, they have to either take the seats from ADMK or BJP. Sorry, or DMK. How are they going to do that? That's the question.
So, if that is their plan, like next course of action, what is their game plan? I mean, it seems like a very long game that they're trying to play.
It shows a very, honestly, like we know what the game plan is, but I cannot explain it to you just like that because it's very interesting. It has to pan out. All right. So the thing is that, but I'll give you one instance. Okay, it's very funny. The instance is that way that when the India Alliance was created, it was created with a basic point that the state parties will take care of the parliament elections. All right, and the representations will be in support of one major party. That should be the National Party Congress because that's what CM Stalin believes. CM Stalin was the one who was very confident about bringing the alliance together. Remember, since his birthday. So now it's being said that probably it's time. ADMK will not agree to it, but certain ADMK leaders only spoke to us. So they claim that now they will break and face the elections. And then probably they might know, in the interest of the nation, come back together. Because earlier, when we asked him what was the need for ADMK to be with BJP, they said interest of the nation, interest of the state. So, well and valid. It's a political party with representation, so definitely they have the right, to choose the interest of the state with any party. Because earlier also Jayakumar said that until elections, we are not in alliance. But now they have said that not even 2024, 2026. You never know how it's going to pan out because already, I don't know if it was right for Annamalai to say this, but when, like earlier, even before this announcement was made, when he was questioned by reporters, he simply said that they still have DVAC cases against them. So they will need us. Something like that he said in that instant.
Yeah.
That is not the way for any, I'm not the person to say that, but definitely we've seen no other political parties, alliance, any leader speaking in such manner about another major role player, not even a minor role player. ADMK is still a major role player, So now they've got a diktat saying that no alliance in 2024, 2026. Let's see, because it's still going to pan out.
If I remember right, Annamalai also like initially said that 2026 is going to be BJP's standalone. They're not going to be an alliance. I remember. So it seems like it's preconceived. They've had it planned all this time. It does make sense like that.
Possible. The thing is that we also asked this question because this statement was made by Home Minister Amit Shah in 2021 when he came to Chennai. So he said in 2026 BJP has to become a major player. So we did put forward this question to ADMK. If BJP is going to make form the government, what will ADMK do? They didn't have any reason. They said always ADMK is going to be the bigger player. ADMK so far tried to actually play a secondary role, even though being a major party. That actually helped Annamalai. Because if you see politically, until EPS was the chief minister, any issue that comes in the state, it will be MK Stalin's representation. As an opposition leader, MK Stalin would react, and then that reaction will be countered by the government. But after DMK came to power, it is Annamalai who's reacting first. All right, and then DMK counters. It's not EPS. So EPS's reaction became secondary. I'm not sure if they can bounce back out of this because EPS definitely doesn't like to be secondary. Imagine he came
Yeah.
from nowhere and he took over the party
Yeah.
and he's able to become the general secretary. So the game is still on. You never know. But one thing is for sure, EPS say EPS team very clearly mentions that he is a veterinary. I'm sorry, he's a kind of like a large leader
Mm.
and he will not just like that agree to whatever Annamalai says. But
Mm.
this something ADMK had to offend. But I'll tell you something, okay? This
Mm.
even though they are they're defending it now. Annamalai made the speech on September 11,
Yeah,
and
they
it took
replied
nearly a
later.
week.
Yeah.
All right, why? Why this
Mm.
delay? And the actual interesting part. I mean, it might sound funny, but there is something called 6 degrees of separation, right? Which means
Okay.
like if you're interested, 6 degrees of separation means it's something like whatever happens, it only has maximum of 6 degrees. It will be connected.
Mm.
So it's a kind of a theory. So
Mm.
that way, in a way, Udaynidhi has played a very important role in breaking this alliance.
That was going to be my
Okay,
next
because
question. Was Sanatana
yeah,
any
because
part of this?
Udaynidhi brought in Sanatana.
Mm.
So Annamalai protested against HRNC minister who attended that conference where Udaynidhi spoke. And during his speech against HRNC minister only, Annamalai made these comments
Yeah. Yeah.
about Anna Durai.
Mm.
Okay, so there is like within 4 degrees itself, the separation occurs.
Yeah.
And that has led to this breaking of alliance.
So we
I don't
just
know if it's right to say. We're just
so
using a theory that is universal theory.
the
Ah.
breakup was just given in a platter. So
No, I mean, Annamalai has this is the third time he's doing this,
yeah, yeah. This is the
right?
third
So
strike,
this
if I
the
understand. Yeah.
yes,
Mm.
the first one was about no speaking about Jayalalitha. The second one was about Erode bypolls, where he said that the Dravidian parties are giving money
Mm.
for votes. I was there. I asked him again and again, what do you mean by Dravidian party? Because Dravidian
Mm.
party also means
Mm.
ADMK. And he
Mm.
said Dravidian parties are giving vote for money, and I don't want to express more than that.
Mm.
So that was the second thing. ADMK countered, but that was not strong. Every time they will go to Delhi and complain, nothing happened. So
DMK
this time
files
they
was
said
the
like
third
that.
one. DMK files was also
DMK files
the
was against DMK,
hmm. But he said
not
that
ADMK. That was
party agnostic thing. He said that chief ministers have gone into prison. That they took offense, I think.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. That was the second strike against
Hmm.
Jayalalitha.
Hmm.
Okay, but that went subtle. It was like
Hmm.
ADMK did not react. That's the biggest part because
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
ADMK, I mean, they might say that Annadurai and no MJ Jayalalitha are considered like same leaders, but
Hmm.
for them, it is Jayalalitha, MGR, and then Annadurai.
Hmm.
You understand? Because like
Hmm.
the leader, that kind of category they have,
Hmm.
even
Hmm.
though they consider it to be like three all the same, it goes in this order as
Right,
far as
right.
I've
Hmm.
seen on the ground,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So they do not react this much for Jayalalitha,
Hmm. Hmm.
and
I
but
mean, the
they have
resolution
reacted this
was
much for
passed
another.
against, if I remember right, after Jayalalitha's incident.
Resolution? Did they break the alliance?
Ah, no, not really. It was just a resolution. I don't know what happened to the resolution. No,
That was
anyway,
hard.
if
Right?
that's the case, what is the future for Annamalai though? What
I
is
know
he
Annamalai
doing?
very clearly. Annamalai is bringing this factor, claiming that he is going to protest against DMK and ADMK, highlighting corruption.
Hmm.
All right. So he constantly says that the Dravidian parties are corrupt. Okay. And he wants to, I mean, now they want, one thing, see, on one side, BJP might have defended Annamalai.
Hmm.
Okay. But on the other side, AIADMK did not exactly defend Sanatan Dharma.
Hmm.
Okay. Like BJP.
Yeah, yeah.
So they just like over the top, they went ahead and said that we support every religion. We no we will not speak ill of any religion. We want every religion with us. That's what they
Sellur
said.
Raju
But
broke it
unlike
anyway.
Sellur Raju, I mean, we
Yeah,
tried speaking him
man
today.
is
He
a
was
loose
not ready
cannon.
to speak.
He did do that.
I, I don't know. I don't know. Like he's a nice person, but still, the thing is that he will speak whatever comes to mind. But remember,
Hmm.
he's actually brilliant.
Hmm.
Okay, like once you speak to him, you'll realize that he's like an entirely brilliant person.
Hmm.
But he has this habit of speaking. I mean, there are much more. Like for example, there was a minister in AIADMK who said Modi is my daddy. Okay, he was also
Yeah, I
present in
remember.
this meeting today. Okay, he was also present in the meeting
Yeah.
today. We met him. So all these things happen. But I would
Hmm.
simply say that Annamalai is going to still go ahead with
Hmm.
this. I think Annamalai will form an alliance, and we
Hmm.
also heard through sources that he might create. I mean, BJP might create an alliance where TTV Dinagaran might play a bigger role.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so that is also on
Hmm.
talks. So
TTV
that might
Dinagaran is
also
a textbook Amma worshipper. I mean, isn't that going against his own ideals? Like, Annamalai did mention that Jayalalitha was corrupt and she has gone to jail. I mean, at least subtly.
these are all. I mean, see, when it comes to elections, if that's so, why was Annamalai still, until now in alliance with the ADMK?
Hmm.
If he's against corruption, if he's going to target AIADMK, why was Annamalai in alliance with ADMK for almost a year?
Hmm.
It's going to be almost a year since he entered politics, right? Especially becoming the president of
Yeah,
BJP,
yeah.
that to a very young growth. What was the reason?
Hmm.
There are like a lot of corruption charges. In fact, like many party members of BJP recently had like several cases on their name, especially in
Hmm.
Chennai. Like multiple people. Those things are being highlighted by a couple of people who are very close to him currently. Earlier, they used to mock Annamalai. They used to mock his close confidant Amar Prasad Reddy,
Hmm.
and those people are very close to Annamalai right now, and they are now they are very quiet. So, like I said, undercurrent is something that you
Hmm.
have to predict and swim accordingly. So,
Right.
I'm pretty sure Annamalai. The one thing I've seen is that if Annamalai is in a meeting or if he's heading something, he will make sure that he will be the prominent person.
Hmm. Hmm.
In Tamil Nadu, there are much more popular leaders in BJP, but they will not attend an event that is held by Annamalai.
Hmm.
Okay,
Speaking
so
of
it
that,
really.
speaking of events, the Enman Enmakkal, how is that going? Is it working for Annamalai?
I mean, it's a kind of like a long march.
Hmm.
It's not the Chinese long march, but a kind of a long march. He's continuing it.
Hmm.
For example, when L. Murugan brought in this Muruga Vel Yatra, there was like a much larger crowd, but it was only for a very small period. And of course, we know where the crowd came from, but
Hmm.
still, he was able to gather the crowd for a very small period. Now, what
Hmm.
he's doing is that Annamalai is going to every other district to show support to those who want to join
Hmm.
BJP or support BJP.
Hmm.
There is like a group of people whom he wants to gather in. For that, he's extending this yatra.
Hmm.
So I don't know. You have to tell me because in Tamil Nadu we are busy with Sanatan Dharma. So you have to tell me how Annamalai Yatra has been so far. You know,
It's popular
this
for
December.
sure.
I mean,
I don't know how the ground reality is.
I would say like I mean Tamil people would listen to if you state facts or if you
Hmm.
state things, people will definitely listen to you. And I would say Seaman is much more popular,
Oh yeah.
even though he does not have a national
Hmm.
national party's
Hmm.
backing. Honestly, I'm telling you,
Hmm.
even though he doesn't have a national party's backing or a Dravidian party's support, he is much more popular
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
and he has this firecracker way of
Hmm.
speaking. He will Annamalai yells at you at sometimes. Right?
Hmm.
Annamalai has yelled at reporters for certain things. There
Hmm.
have been untasteful issues. Scenes have occurred. But when it comes to Seaman, even if that occurred, people will forget. Reporters will forget. They'll go back once
Hmm.
again,
Hmm.
and then he'll start speaking. And no matter what you ask, he will also reply.
Hmm.
But one thing is that whatever he says, it has Tamil nationalism,
Right. Hmm.
unlike what Annamalai says.
Hmm.
And that is also being, that is also becoming popular here. What
Hmm.
will you say for that? He hasn't gone for any yatra so far.
Hmm.
Still, he is much more popular. How is that?
Hmm. But Seaman has been on the field much longer than Annamalai, right?
Yes, quite longer. But
Hmm.
the thing is that he doesn't have that backing, remember.
Hmm.
There is no
Hmm.
national party for his
Hmm.
no quick rise. Where
Right.
was
Right.
Annamalai 2 years ago? He
Hmm.
was an IPS officer, and now he's here and he's fighting against one major Dravidian party, and now another
Hmm.
Dravidian party has broken alliance. Still, he is not bothered.
Hmm.
So you think he's doing it alone? There is actually a national
Hmm.
engine that is working behind him. You understand?
Yes. Yes.
If to be honest, if he says something that becomes immediately viral on
Hmm.
social
Social
media,
media. Hmm.
but there is something called organic and inorganic population, right, on social
Hmm.
media. So when
Right,
we go through it, we see that the inorganic, rehashing of whatever Seaman says is much more compared in percentage to what
Hmm.
Annamalai does.
Hmm.
Annamalai says something, it becomes 1 million views very quickly,
Hmm.
maximum 2 days.
Hmm.
Seaman probably 20,000, 30,000 something.
Hmm.
But the organic population is much more larger for him.
Right, right. Hmm.
And that actually makes sense because
Hmm.
he has a much more larger Tamil speaking followers.
Hmm.
You understand? For Annamalai, it is a national support.
Hmm.
People
Hmm.
from
Hmm. Hmm.
some various other districts who doesn't know Tamil, they are, you know, liking and posting or quoting his videos and everything.
Hmm.
That's not the thing with Seaman. So Seaman is a
Hmm.
much bigger player
Hmm.
and he's getting ready for 2024 elections.
Right,
But I think
right.
his goal is also 2026. There is one more player we should
Hmm.
not forget. Okay, there is a one big player,
Who am I missing?
uh, Leo. The Lion will. I'm expecting the Lion in 2026.
Are you serious? Is it possible for
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
2024?
quite possible.
Isn't it a
2026.
little 26? Yeah, yeah. Oh, really?
Lion
That
is
should be.
Lion is expected to strike in
Okay.
2026.
Will
Let's see.
Line make an alliance or stand alone?
Lion is yet to decide on that, but I think
Single hour
it
then.
will not be an alliance. So because
Hmm.
Lion wants to make road. Imagine even if he makes like a Kamal
Hmm.
Hassan at least 9% votes, that's a big deal, no?
Hmm. Yeah.
So Lion is going to work for the next 3 years, and it's going to like already they've started with the local board elections, booth,
Hmm.
and it's very very categorically planned.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's something you need to think about. So like 2026
Oh.
elections is going to be very interesting. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want
Let's
to
see.
like
Let's
tell
see.
everything and spoil it for others. Yeah,
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
sure.
for joining us. Thank you for enlightening us.
Sure. My pleasure. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, sir.